So let's get into some news because we're jam-packed. We had to cut down on some stuff this week because we just have so much. But kicking us off, streaming stuff. As Stranger Things, last time we heard from that was, a decade ago, maybe at this point. But now we actually have a trailer for Netflix Stranger Things Season 4, what I'd imagine is Season 4 Part 1, because they announced not too long ago that Season 4 will be split into two parts before Season 5 comes out down the road. I don't want to say I was not super excited for Stranger Things, but it was in the back of my mind just because it's been
Yeah.
so long since Season 3. As much as I loved Season 3, I love seeing the giant mind flare in the mall. Steve and Dustin continue to be the two greatest TV characters ever created.
hmm
And Steve realizes, oh, so I'm the Girl Scout troop leader here, basically. And Nancy just continues to exist. I hope for either some character growth or she gets eaten by this new terrifying looking thing that kind of looks like Hellraiser. So we get this trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, I loved it because it just feels so much grander and more epic. It kind of, I want to say, offsets or makes the big time gap okay, because it is still kind of weird seeing the Stranger Things kids in high school now.
hmm
But seeing how much bigger and broader the scope seems to be, and they seem to be really ramping up for a big epic finale, I'm on board with. But the thing that I'm most on board with was seeing what appears to be the new big bad for this season, and it's a humanoid as opposed to another generic tentacle spider cloud looking thing. The Demogorgon and the Demodogs were cool for a time, but you get sick of them after a while. I was hoping for Season 3 that we get a different villain. I know the Mind Flayer was something, but it's basically just a bigger version of a Demogorgon. It wasn't
Yeah.
interesting. They're just mindless monsters. But this, the voice is creepy, the design is creepy. My mind immediately went to, oh, so you're designing this with a Horror Nights house in mind. And you probably have this costume already made for some character that's going to pop out. That being said, the design looks awesome. I really dug this trailer. I really like the song choice. It was different. I can't hate Journey. Journey's a good choice. Um, Josh, I think you're not as big of a Stranger Things fan as I am, but you keep up with the show. What did you think of this
Yeah.
trailer?
I like you. I enjoyed. I think season 3 might be my favorite season. Out of the three. First is pretty good. 2 is a thing that happened, and 3 is to me top tier. I still to this day I wish they would have kept the reveal that Hopper's alive to this trailer. Would have been cooler to be like, oh cool, he is alive. All right, cool. Let's see what he's doing. Um, Whereas opposed to that little quote unquote teaser that was literally just him turning around while working in Siberia, it was like, all right, cool, whatever. But I like this, and I like the idea of them moving away from Hawkins and actually having to come to terms with the life that was before and try to reconcile and kind of create this new life, even though they are definitely the weirdos. Um, I like the new baddie. I actually like the thing about the Mind Flayer, as cool as it was, is it is this otherworldly creature, and at no point really did it come through to be the actual villain. You know what I mean? It wasn't oh, the Mind Flayer will get you. It was, oh no, the Russians might open the crack and then they'll come. The Mind Flare will be the big baddie. Now this guy, yeah, he looks like a cross between um Hellraiser and the what is the White Walkers from Game of Thrones.
Mixed with a little bit of Slenderman, mixed with a little
Yeah.
bit of humanoid xenomorph.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to say the least. I appreciate they give us just enough to know uh hey, 11, I don't remember 11 losing her powers in season 3, but I guess maybe I need to go back and
It's
rewatch
because
that.
Hopper's not there anymore.
Oh, of course, yeah, and Hopper was the source of her power.
You never know.
But yeah, it looks cool. It looks super cool. I'm super down. it's the other show that I'm heavily considering going through, at least with my dad, just to get ready for season 4, especially after this trailer.
Yeah, I'll be going back and watch it with Heather too, just because it's been so long that I kind of forget details. Like I remember all the characters, like Dustin and Max and Steve and Nancy and Will, but I'm like I kind of want a refresher about like the entire first 3 seasons. Well, 1 and 3. I'll skip season 2. Season 2 can suck it. Um, but like I kind of want to go back and get some of the details correct. My favorite is still season 1, primarily because the first season was the most, what felt like the most horror centric. Like it felt like
That's fair.
it got, I don't want to say more family friendly over time, but it discovered its audience more so after the first season when it really blew up, and I think they were trying to cater to that teenage demographic that they were really roping in. With that
Hmm.
first one, when we are first introduced to the Demogorgon and everything, we don't see it for a really long time, so they're really building up that like Jaws-esque suspense and
Yeah.
really building up the terror, and so it felt like a horror series. This trailer felt like an horror epic. Like the creature designs are terrifying. It is a very dark trailer, not just in terms of tone, but in terms of like visually. Not Alien versus Predator Requiem dark, but I think it'll take it back more to season 1 levels. And also, we know this is the second to last season, so this will probably start really ramping things up before the big epic finale. Um, if you're following storytelling, that means this will probably end on a sour note. Like everyone will come together, it'll do great, and then it'll meet this new guy and he just wastes them all super quick, barely an inconvenience. Like set him up as a proper heel, as a proper bad guy. Um,
Yeah.
they'll probably like really milk the reunion between Eleven and Hopper till like the season finale, like they did with season 2.
Hmm.
Um, but Hopper looks awesome. I cannot wait to see Hopper with a flaming spear. Like he's come such a long way from morning. Mondays are for coffee and contemplation. Coffee and contemplation. Now we see him in a Siberian prison with a flaming spear fighting demogorgons on the regular and going, so that's what happens when you're on a Black Widow movie and are the best thing about that movie. I'm looking forward to this. I do think it's cool that they said every episode in season 4 will. I think they said it'll be over an hour every episode. I'm going,
Nice.
so we're not going to get WandaVisioned or Loki'd or Mando'd here, and we'll have like
Hmm.
34-minute episodes with 7-minute credits. Um, no, Netflix doesn't do the 7-minute credits thing. They just immediately start playing your next thing, whether you want to watch it or not. But this looks awesome. I'm really excited to see what direction we go with Stranger Things because, like I said, I like the show a lot. I just wonder how much of the audience will come back because of how big of a break it took. Streaming has kind of changed a little bit since Stranger Things was last with us.